Hi, Dr. Ariane from the Movement Paradigm. Today we are going to talk about the visceral organ, the stomach, and learn a little bit more about what the stomach may be telling you. So what kind of physical sensations or manifestations could be present, and also what kind of emotional manifestations may be present and associated with your stomach. So the stomach is a site for mechanical as well as chemical digestion. So chemically speaking, we have pepsin, which helps to break down the protein into polypeptides so that we can absorb it. And then we also have, mechanically speaking, there are 3 layers of smooth muscle that aid in churning for digestion. The stomach is under a powerful influence of pressures. So we can have thorax pressure, which can pull the stomach upward, creating things like a hiatal hernia, for example, but we can also have a downward pressure which can cause things like prolapses. So we also want to think about what are the musculoskeletal restrictions that can be associated with stomach issues. So oftentimes we would think of these as just musculoskeletal issues, so we want to be able to think beyond musculoskeletal because really the musculoskeletal system is protecting our viscera. So the viscera is actually what's driving the system. So some of the things that can be commonly present are left-sided thoracic symptoms, cervical and thoracic. So C5, C6, some of our upper thoracic spine, our rib at especially rib 7. We can also have left SI joint pain. So all of these things, again, we might be chasing the symptom, but it could be in fact due to the stomach specifically. So now emotionally speaking, the stomach can be an organ of social stress. A lot of times this can be associated with poor self-esteem, poor body image, and again, poor social stress. It could also be irritable, taking some time to get over annoyances, having some anger towards things. And so if we think about a lot of the stomach issues that we may have, potentially ulcers or stomach pain or H. pylori, infections, there's a lot of things that might be associated with the stomach. So we do want to be able to begin to think about these musculoskeletal as well as emotional connections of the stomach. So when you recognize that your stomach may be your organ of emotion, then there's lots of things you can begin to do. So in order to get out some of that excess energy so that we don't store it in our stomach, you can think about walking, movement, and even potentially some more aggressive sports like combat sports, boxing, if feels like there's anger or irritability, so that we can express that in a healthy way without holding on to that in our physical body. Nutritionally, we want to really think about chewing our food really well. That helps us to optimize the hydrochloric acid in our stomach. So that allows us to break down our food properly, specifically protein. So you want to think of chewing 20 to 30 times, breathing before you eat. These things will really bring you into that parasympathetic state before you are eating. All right, so hopefully this gave you a new perspective on your stomach, recognizing that our viscera is so important, it drives our system. So taking the time to identify if the stomach is the organ for you. I also have done one on the liver and will continue to explore the different organs and how they may be affecting you physically and emotionally. If you found this helpful, make sure you give it a like, give it a share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Movement Paradigm, for weekly tips on mindset, nutrition, and movement. And if you're interested in making an appointment with us, please reach out, schedule a discovery session. We would love the opportunity to help you on your journey.